So we have Dusty, the green Protoss, spawning in the 12 o'clock position, and Xeno, the red Zerg, spawning in the 3 o'clock. So, do we have any cheese? Alright, so we have nothing early coming out. Nothing early coming out from either player, so we shouldn't expect any terrible cheeses. But these specific positions kind of favor the Zerg if they go for any sort of mutaplay or drop, as the third, which is the Zerg controlled area, which is easily taken, is able to lead in right into the Protoss's back. So this can lead to some interesting play if the Zerg chooses to go for any sort of air-based play, but if they choose not to, then the Protoss gets the opportunity to easily harass the Zerg's third with any sort of Void Ray or Phoenix play, and uh-oh, getting plugged. Alright, so we have Xeno, who I actually didn't check the level of. Alright, so we have a normal timing warp gate coming down from Dusty on the ramp, so this won't be some sort of 13 Nexus play. And we have a hatch first from Xeno, and there was no block attempt made because the probe is just making it over to the 6 o'clock base right now. No, still no pool coming down from Xeno, and we have our first gas finishing for Dusty. Now, alright, so there's the pool time for Xeno at 16, and the warp gate is going to go right for the cyber core. Alright, so this is going to roughly quick cyber core, so there could be a 1 gate expand, but that probably won't be likely in this. Alright, so the first gas coming down from Xeno at 17. Looks like he'll probably then be going for some sort of a speedling opening. Alright, so it looks like Xeno was a diamond level Zerg up against our Masters level Dusty, the Protoss player. And puts the... Alright, so he went right for gas, all 3 drones. Alright, so he went right for 3 on gas, which means he'll probably be going for a quick speedling. He's making 4 Zerglings. Probe is still not taking any damage, there have been no drones placed on it, and the first zealot is out for Dusty, who is now making a stalker instead of a sentry, which usually leads to some sort of tech build, but it could also be to kill the drone off as quickly as possible so he can prepare for an expansion, because he is stockpiling a lot of minerals right now, so this could either go for a 4 gate or a quick 1 gate expand. We have the speed coming down from Xeno, and both of his queens just finishing now. And we have no larva injects coming out of him. And the warp gate is about half done. And there's the 1 gate expand for Dusty. Probably should have seen that we didn't actually chrono boost or take his second gas. Alright, so we have 1 more gate, 2 more gates coming down for Dusty here, who, does he have any sentries? He does not have any sentries, so if our Zerg player was to go heavy on the roaches right now, this could get dangerous for our Zerg player, for our Protoss player. Alright, so it's our first larva inject coming down. Where is this queen? What are you doing with your queens? Alright, so Xeno's up to almost 50 energy on both of his queens, making 1 larva eject in the time he should have gotten 3 out in, which is odd for someone who invested so much in these queens and then didn't actually do anything with them. So warp gate tech is now finishing for our Protoss player, as well as 2 of his gateways, and our Zerg is just making drones with no fear of the 4 gate because Dusty is just taking this expansion, not transferring any drones. A couple more Zerglings coming out for Xeno, up to about 7 now. But he's still... Alright, so he got another set of larva injects in, but he's still missing a lot of them, getting way too much energies on these queens. And now he's getting out a couple of roaches, about 3 or 4. Dusty is making him look bad on the macro end, using quite a bit of his chrono boost energy. Alright, so we have a lot of roaches coming now out from our Zerg player, which means he probably is going to go for some sort of a bust, but now that Dusty's up to about 4 sentries, and he's getting 2 more gas. He might have a good opportunity to defend this push, but he's researching Hallucinate very quickly, possibly to get a quick Phoenix out to see what the Zerg player is up to. Xeno pushing out 5 roaches, 7 roaches, and a gaggle of Zerglings up to about 12. Alright, and Xenos are getting better on that queen energy, but it's still absurdly high for this point in the game. He missed about 1.5 injects on each of his queens, and is now rallying Zerglings to the front. Xeno catch port inject timings is kind of odd for even a diamond level player. We have a bunch more sentries now coming in, but very late force field. The sentries take the damage, and Zerglings are way too close to the center. A lot of the sentries are down, 2 more, and this might be a good game. The Zerglings did way too much damage to that sentry ball, and that's it. The Zerglings are in the natural line. Our Dire player is now taking out Dusty. Our master